Have you ever stopped to wonder if the thoughts in your head are actually yours? The insecurities, the fears, even the things you think you want out of life, there's a very good chance none of them were your idea. When you're born, your mind is a blank slate. But as you grow up, your family, your schools, and society at large step in to tell you exactly how to behave. The Mexican spiritual teacher Don Miguel Ruiz calls this invisible programming the domestication of humans. The mechanics of this training are remarkably simple. You get praised for doing what society wants and punished or shamed for stepping out of line. Over time, that constant cycle of reward and punishment forces you into a relentless pursuit of external acceptance. To survive in that system, you have to adapt. You build a false identity, the ego, specifically designed to please the people around you and keep you safe from criticism. Along the way, you start blindly accepting the rules of this cage. You sign millions of invisible, toxic contracts with society. Agreements like, I'm not attractive enough, I'm bad at public speaking, or I have to care about what people think. These hidden agreements turn you into a prisoner to outside opinions. Reclaiming your mental peace requires you to tear up those old contracts and forge 4 conscious, powerful new agreements in their place. The first and most critical agreement is to be impeccable with your word. Your words function as pure energy, the tools you use to construct your daily reality. Every time you speak, you are effectively casting a spell. Encouraging someone or telling the truth constitutes white magic. Conversely, using words to insult yourself, complain, or tear someone else down spreads emotional poison through black magic. Gossip is the most dangerous form of this poison. When you sit around complaining about a third person, you absorb their negative energy and pull that toxicity directly into your own mind.
To be impeccable translates to being without sin. It is a strict commitment to never use your words as a weapon against someone else or against yourself. The second agreement is to never take anything personally. Most emotional drama exists purely because we take an event that has nothing to do with us and internalize it. Here is the mechanical truth about criticism. When someone yells at you or insults you, they are describing their own reality. Those red arrows are simply projections of their own anger and toxic conditioning, bouncing right off your awareness. Once you detach your self-worth from the behavior of the people around you, you become immune to their poison. No matter how much someone tries to provoke you, your mental peace remains untouched. The third agreement is, don't make assumptions. The human brain hates a vacuum. When it doesn't have all the facts, it plays storyteller, automatically filling in the blanks with the most negative, dramatic scenarios it can imagine. We do this because we're afraid of asking direct questions. We prefer to invent a painful fantasy about why a friend is ignoring us, rather than face the potential discomfort of asking for the truth. The only cure for this is clear, direct communication. Having the courage to ask a simple question destroys the vast majority of conflicts and misunderstandings. The fourth and final agreement is the engine that makes the first 3 work in practice. Always do your best. But there's a catch. Your best is a fluid metric. What you can achieve on a morning when you feel highly energetic will look different from what you can do when you're sick or exhausted. Avoid the 2 toxic extremes. If you overwork yourself to gain praise, you will burn out. If you give a half-hearted effort, you'll be left with guilt. The goal is to hit the optimum center of your current capacity. By delivering exactly what you are capable of in any given moment, you eliminate internal regret. You detach your happiness from the final outcome because you know you left nothing on the table. Breaking decades of intense societal programming requires the disciplined mindset of a spiritual warrior. It is a daily practice, not a one-time fix. The first step on that path is awareness. The initial battle is simply observing your own mind in real time, catching it the moment it tries to generate a false assumption or internalize a petty insult. Step 2 is forgiveness. You must forgive your parents, society, and yourself for past toxic behaviors. Once you understand the domestication trap, you realize everyone else was a victim of their own programming too. And step 3 is action. You will inevitably slip up, but when you do not punish yourself.
Restart immediately and practice the 4 agreements again. These 4 agreements provide the practical tools you need to tear up the toxic contracts you signed as a child, leaving you free to architect your own reality.